Hey y'all! Let's get right into my nail regimen. Apart from fixing a split, which I'll show you how to do later on in the video, I get or give myself a manicure once a month. That's it. Nothing more, nothing less. The tools you'll need are a small bowl to soak your nails in, preferably a small nail clipper. Big ones are better suited for toenails. A nail filer. I like to use a glass nail filer compared to those sandpaper types because they do a way better job at sealing your nails, so you don't get splits as much and they last a really long time. One of these spoon cuticle cleaners. A lot of them also have a cuticle pusher, but I never really use it. A stone cuticle eraser. Some come in glass. This option is a lot gentler and a better option if you don't have a lot of buildup. But if you're using them right, both are good options. A cuticle trimmer, some kind of nail buffer or sander, and a nail shiner. So the first thing I do is soak my nails in water and a gentle hand soap. This is to soften the keratin my nails are made of enough to file and mold them more easily. Soaking also helps loosen up and soften dead cuticle layers that are clogging up this growth area. Soaking my nails in warm soap water was enough to make my cuticles loose and soft enough to clean with no problem. So I don't really need the assistance of a cuticle softener. That's mainly because I manicure my nails consistently every month, so I don't have a lot of buildup. But for those of you that have a lot of buildup, you can use a cuticle softener after soaking. If you're like me and try to avoid chemicals, over time with consistent monthly manicures, your cuticles will become and stay nice and clean. Cuticle softeners just speed things up, but they're not needed. For the sake of this video, I'll show you the difference between me using a nail softener compared to not using a nail softener. I use the spoon cuticle cleaner to gently agitate buildup in and around my cuticles. Then I dip the stone cuticle eraser in some water to soften it a little bit so it's not as rough, and gently remove the buildup in and around the corners. I only use the cuticle trimmer for the tips of my cuticles and for pieces that are visibly sticking out. Cutting your cuticles is not a must and it's very risky, so don't go searching or digging for things to cut. Because if you do too much, you can get a serious infection to the point where you can potentially lose your nail. Even though buildup does occur in and around your cuticles, it's still a very fragile area, so keep it on the surface. Okay, so I'm done with my cuticles, and as you can see, there's not much of a difference between the side where I used the cuticle softener and the side where I didn't use it. So trust, you're not missing out on anything special if you choose to keep things chemical free. In reality, you'll be working with one hand at a time, so before moving on to the next hand, don't forget to soak it again before working on its cuticles. After I'm done cleaning my cuticles, I move on to cutting down my nails with a nail clipper if I need to, and shaping them with my nail filer. I've used regular nail filers in the past, but I found that glass nail filers are better because it creates a smoother finish with no rough areas that can potentially become splits. You can kind of see how it seals the nail. After switching to glass nail filers, I hardly ever get splits. So now my cuticles are clean and clear, and my nails are shaped the way I want them. Side note! I've tried filing my nails square, but I prefer my nails to be pointy. I noticed that I'm able to create a smoother finish with pointy nails, and with square nails, the corners can get rough and cause problems over time. Okay, back to my regimen. My nails and skin are a bit dry right now, but my cuticles are clean and my nails are shaped. It's time to buff, shine, and lubricate. There are all types of buffers out there. They come in different shapes and sizes. I prefer these larger buffer blocks. Buffers are basically gentle sandpaper. Something to keep in mind is that you're not going hard with this step. Your goal is not to thin out your nail bed. You're just lightly scratching it to make it a little ashy and dehydrated, so it can get really shiny in the next step. Shiners do not last long, so I've used different types throughout the years. As of now, my go-to is this Japanese brand called Unseen Secret. It's a 3-in-1 product, but I usually just use it for the 2 white shine and protect sections. It gives your nail an intense shine, and doing it too often can thin out your nails, so I only use it for my monthly manicures. I finish things up by lubricating my cuticles with the herbal hot oil treatment. I really do use this oil for everything. I massage it in and use it to massage my whole hand to increase blood circulation to my nails. A hand massage has similar effects to nail growth as scalp massages has to hair growth. So if you're giving yourself a manicure, don't skip this part. But I'll go into more detail on how to thicken and grow out your nails in the next video. So these 5 steps is my full manicure. I do it just once a month. And it's more than enough to keep my nails neat and manicured. I have an active lifestyle, so on occasions, I get splits or rough areas between manicures. It's important to deal with splits right away so they don't get worse and get caught up in your hair and rip hair strands out. It's a really quick process. I basically just do steps 3 and 4. I cut off the area above the split and reshape it. It's the same thing as having super damaged ends. There's no point in holding on to it because that length is not real. Then I buff and shine it. Yes, your nails will be uneven for a while, but if you stick to a monthly manicure regimen, it'll eventually catch up. Well, not really catch up. What's really happening is once your nails get to a certain length, its growth is less noticeable unless it's substantially longer. It's the same thing with hair. Growth is a lot more noticeable from bald to TWA than from back to bra strap length. It's like one day all of a sudden you notice that your hair is bra strap length. So it's gonna seem like the shorter nail is growing faster than the longer nails, or catching up. So don't be afraid to get rid of some length to fix a split. If you stick to a monthly manicure regimen, you'll eventually even them out from all the filing and reshaping you'll be doing. My nail regimen is about 2 things: simplicity and consistency. Simplicity because apart from doing a manicure once a month or fixing a split, I leave them alone. And consistency because you can buy all the fancy tools you want, but if your regimen is not consistent, it's probably not going to work. I've showed you how to give yourself a manicure, but if you can, I definitely suggest you get your monthly manicures done at a spa. A real spa, like the kind of place that gives massages and facials. They're way better than regular nail salons. They don't do acrylic or tips. Their manicures focus on taking care of your real nails. So they usually have more experience with handling real nails compared to regular nail salons. If you can't go to a spa once a month, the next best thing is to follow these steps at home as your own personal spa day. The only risk with doing it yourself is accidentally overdoing things, especially doing the cuticle cleaning steps. So be careful and be gentle with yourself. So at first, I was just going to show you my nail regimen and end the video. But I thought about it, and if your nails aren't already long, a video like that won't really be as inspirational or convincing that this nail regimen works if you stick with it. So I decided to cut off my nails and file them down to the nubs, and record my progress over a span of a couple weeks. This is to show you that like hair, nails grow, but it's hard to notice their growth at first because they grow really slow. So take care of them and take care of yourself. You won't notice the improvements right away, but over time with consistency, you'll reap the benefits. I left links below to all the tools that I used in the video. It's not sponsored, it's really just what I use. In the next video, I'm going to show you real ways to make your nails thicker and stronger. I'm also going to talk about how to make your nail beds more clear and go over the connection between nail growth and hair growth. I hope this video was helpful. As always, thanks for watching. See you in the next video.